just got this video in from the Minnesota Department of Transportation. We want to warn you, this is right before the bridge collapse. Somebody was monitoring the camera, obviously, on the bridge, and you just saw the last car go toward, I guess it would be the left of what you're watching. And you can see the oncoming traffic comes to a stop because they realize that something's wrong.
And then it takes whoever's operating the camera a couple minutes, at least probably about 30 seconds to realize something is wrong. So then at some point, and you see the cars moving, this is actually, see, this person turned around. The camera starts to move around to go to the other side of this 35W interstate and bridge here, and there's a Mississippi, and there you go.
And you can actually see people jumping out of their cars, running to the side, some people stopping to see what's going on, but then you also see a number of people jumping out of the car, running away, and even turning their cars around and driving away from the scene. And you can't think, it's hard to imagine that one person who just made it over. We saw that one car that just missed this collapse.
Yeah, and you see someone got in their car, but being there on the scene, every single person I spoke to said it was eerily quiet once this happened. People were driving by and walking by, and I wonder if it's because of the smoke, you can't really see it initially, that you don't realize the impact of it. So folks were really quiet, and then, you know, all of a sudden start to realize that what had happened. We're going to play it again from the beginning because this is new video. It's a different angle. We haven't seen this before. But as we were describing earlier on, this is traffic flowing normal here, Kira.
There's the last car right there.
Yeah.
See that last car on the right side of the screen?
Going up. And it's, you know, this happened 6:05. This is 6:05, Wednesday night, quitting time, right? And so traffic had been from 4 lanes on each side, had been moved down to 2 lanes. In both directions because construction was going on. Now here's the thing. Had this been normal traffic, this is going to turn around now.
It's amazing how I mean, obviously whoever was monitoring that camera, they're supposed to keep it going on that one direction, but saw that something had gone wrong and turn around immediately because they've got great surveillance cameras on the bridge. We saw the one from across the Mississippi, remember, from the other angle? Now we're just getting this video in that shows the opposite angle.
Yeah, and the thing is here's what officials say, especially those who are familiar with these types of accidents. Had traffic been moving at a normal pace, more lives would have been lost because people's cars would have just gone over the side. They would have just driven right into the water rather than sitting on top of that bridge and then falling down flat with the bridge there. And then you can see to the right that parallel bridge that we've been showing you where people are standing and looking. But that's it, just a gaping hole there in the middle of the Mississippi right over Minneapolis. Again, this video is courtesy MNDOT.
A number of people standing there trying to figure out what's going on, but then just prior to that you saw a lot of people U-turn and start driving back and getting away. You see, you see the one car that's right there on the edge, and the guy's going out of his car, coming back into his car, trying to figure out what's going on.
And a lot of them were teetering here. You see that? That's it. We're going to highlight that for you. These cars are teetering over the edge. We interviewed a number of people. There was one person, a person who was physically disabled, who had to get in a wheelchair. I don't know if you remember that report. His van, he wanted to get out, but he couldn't because if he had gotten in his wheelchair, he would have just rolled right over the side. So he waited for someone to come help him, and luckily someone did. But
and look at this driver turning around and getting away. Imagine just a couple more minutes ahead, he would have been right there where that bridge collapsed. He's turning around and getting the heck out of